What's up? Just if JP in the house, okay? I haven't been putting up any videos. Actually, I've made some, and they all sucked. So I got rid of them, okay? There are a lot of things I want to talk about, but I want to first give you a catch up on the things I've been doing. Ever since the last one, chilling with my homies, me and the one man guy, we are always getting into it all the time. He's in the players group I have, and if you want to just hit me up, just do for JPN online, and you can join it. I don't know what the max members are, but right now I think we got about 40 people in there, and a lot from different countries, brothers, white guys too, and we just chatting and stuff. I do want to say something that happened on the players list. No, I better not say. I better get permission first, cause. But it was just interesting, really interesting. But anyway, so yeah, me and him always getting into it. Yesterday we were talking about blacks and how I'm always talking about why how we can do things better and providing steps, and a lot of other people, they're just talking about the problems, like I got a mail from one friend, and he was talking about that TJ's Toyo Mayor or something like that. I'm sorry, guy. I'm really bad with names and stuff, but it's not a diss or anything. But they were saying like how he they don't like him or something like that, and so I listened to a couple of his videos, but I don't get to the point where I say I like someone's video, I don't like them. But what I do notice about videos is that a lot of people talk about the problem and they never really talk about a solution, nor do they provide steps. And the steps I'm talking about are like immediate steps that you can do right now. And so I think that would be good. But I guess, a lot of people don't, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of people don't really get to emotional off of steps, to solutions. They are more excited and more interested in talking about the solution, but I'm the type of person where, hey, let's talk about the steps to get out of it. We get out of it, and then we create some type of fun, emotional activities. Oh, wow, get a chance to run next to a train again. That we can create that's not self-destructing and things like that. Oh, this is a local train going to Number, and I'm going to be able to pass it because it's going really slow. No, actually stopping at this station. So anyway, so that's what I do. I've watched a lot of people's videos, and I've suggested, hey, you're just talking about a problem, but there's no solutions. And there are a lot of people, this and that and this and that, and it's like, wow, there are no solution to these problems. I mean, no one's providing a solution. They're saying like, okay, like a perfect example, I think I've said this in my other video, I went to this one restaurant, and this Japanese guy was getting on this one kid, they call him Yankee and stuff. His mother was there, and he was getting him because he didn't study. He said, you need to study. And then I turned, and it took me a while to figure out that a lot of people, especially kids, they don't know what studying really means. They don't even know what it's about, So I told the kid, why don't you like to study? He said, it's too hard. I said, why is it too hard? He don't know. And I said, well, just because it's just a definition, no, it's like somebody say simple present, active simple present sentence. Do you know what active means? Do you know what simple? Do you know what present means? You have to understand those things to do it. Simple, active, simple present tense sentence is just I run, and simple means that it's not complex or don't have more than more words than you necessarily need. So I guess it's just a subject and a verb, or a subject and predicate, whatever you want to call it. And so I explain to the kid, hey, when you study, all you're doing is learning about yourself. That's it, And then when you study, you do this, you do that, and I put in this other video. I forgot the name of it, but I put in another video. Hopefully, I need to really do a lot of editing on my videos and stuff. But I put in another video, and I explained it to him. I explained to him what know, how to find the area of a rectangle, but I broke it down so simple that he really understood. His mother was like, wow, that's it. And I said, yeah, you know, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna really give it another try with him, you know. And then the Japanese guy was like, yeah, you need to study. And I told him to, you know, pretty much just shut up, you know, don't take my glory, you know, because I got upset and I just told him, hey, you know, you shouldn't be talking about Japanese. I mean, your kids, you know, your own children in front of you, in front of foreign people, you know, and because they're doing bad, you know, that's just you know, that's that reflects on the parents, on the adults, you know. So anyway, we were talking about that, and we got onto this. We went from talking to solutions to talking about stuff like, well, they were trying to accuse the white man of making these laws that get us in trouble. And when I look at it, and we were like talking about the Tulsa, Oklahoma riot and stuff, and I said, well, when I read the story about what happened, pretty much the back in those days, you know, especially it was in a report that I read, was that when somebody did something bad, white people hung them, and it didn't matter if you were black or white, at least in that area, anyway. And before that, the blacks got upset and tried to stop them from hanging somebody, but that person was a white person. And then this time it was a black person, so they tried to do it. But the sheriff told them, hey, I don't need your help. Then the guys got drunk, you know, brothers got drunk, and they came back with the guns, and the white guy said, give me the gun, and they went over and he tried to take it. The gun went off, and then people don't know what's going on, so they think the blacks trying to fight, and bam, 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 and, you know, history's been made, you know. But what we were talking about was we were talking about alcohol, and that's why it came up. You know, he said, oh, you know, they make it alcohol, these laws, they can make it and produce it, but you can't transport it. If you get caught transporting and this and that, then you go to jail and stuff. And I'm like, well, I can understand that your situation, you know, what you're saying, but the laws that they're pushing on us are doing nothing more than making us a more perfect or better people. And how is that? I want to drink. I say, yeah, okay, I understand you want a good drink and stuff like that, but what does drinking do for you? What is drinking beer doing for you? What is drinking Remini or whatever this stuff y'all, you know, Hennessy or whatever y'all drinking and stuff? You know, what is it doing for your health? You know, and then they're like, well, wine is good for your health. And I said, well, if you eat fruit, you know, and eat vegetables and start eating meat, then you won't have those problems, you know what I'm saying? You know, and basically, we just kept getting into it because they weren't trying to all basically I was saying was like, hey, if they say don't transport alcohol because there are reasons why, you know, and then black people just get together and say, okay, fine, we'll just stop drinking. We don't need it. I mean, we don't need it, you know, and if you got stress, you just get one of those foot massagers that I for that foot massager, and get one of those and sit down and do what I said in the video, and you won't need another drink. You get stressed, you do that, oh, you'll be in heaven, you know. So basically, I just told them that, but you know, they kept getting angry and kept bringing up stuff, and they brought up weed and stuff, and I'm like, well, you know, weed, you know, it's a medical condition, it heals this and that. I'm like, well, it's a plant, of course, you know, but you got other plants that's going to do the same thing too. You know, you don't necessarily have to smoke it, but I said the reason they smoking it, I mean, they made those laws, and I'm saying like because they can't tax it. I said, yeah, that too, because it was a lot of money, but you know, maybe you know, basically it's like these laws don't come in until, I mean, a lot of these laws, like a lot of laws that we have, they're good and we in good situations, like the Panthers, they're able to walk around with guns, you know, out in the open and stuff, and then something happened, I guess, and whatever, and fighting and shit, and then I guess maybe after they went to Congress or something, I'm not sure if that's the story or not, but, and they made them sign something, you know, with their guns, even though they weren't loaded or something. I think that's the story. I think I remember, but I'm not sure though. And if I'm wrong, sure, go ahead and blast me. But go ahead and blast me. But after that, they made laws saying you can't, you know, carry those guns around. But then a lot of places did that. Now they're doing it because now a lot of places saying, well, you know, you can carry concealed weapons and stuff. And, you know, and they're like, oh, well, you know, yeah, because they want to shoot, you know, black people and stuff. And I said, well, no, there's a lot of places around where they brandishing those guns. They had those guns, and there are no black people in those areas. They doing it because white people are the ones that are making that's doing this crazy stuff, and they got to keep them tame. You know, they said they're not trying to. I mean, of course they're trying to keep us tame, but I mean, I'm sure they don't care if we kill each other off. You know, but you know, you got those people in politics, you know, and the government, and their kids get shot up. You know, they're gonna get sad, and they're gonna do something, you know, and try to stop it. You know, but you know, so we were talking about those. But basically, what it was I said, listen, the rules that they make, if we make those rules, they make those rules, we say, okay, fine, you don't want us to do a little bit of it, we're not going to do any of it. It will save us a lot of money. And also I said those companies, because we were like talking about chicken also, you know, like, oh, they talking about black people chicken. I'm saying, well, black people just stop eating chicken. It's not like we need it. You know, if black people stop eating chicken, the chicken industry, they're going to feel it. Okay, they're not, I mean, you know, they're not going to feel as much as if all white people stop eating chicken. But they're going to feel it, you know what I'm saying? Because a profit of $1 billion gone, you know, that's a lot of money, you know. And so they're going to feel it. So, but, you know, they weren't trying to understand what I was saying. You know, if you want the rules to come back or to be more lenient, then when they make these harsh rules, then, you know, hit it where it hurts, you know. But then again, you know, they probably don't care. I don't really know. But anyway, the whole conversation was going on like that and stuff, and it was really interesting. But the whole thing I was saying about, like I said when I first started this video, well, not when I first started, after a couple minutes, but about talking about the problem and not the solution. And I brought up the solution, and they kept getting mad at me because they're like, well, if I want to drink, I can drink. And I said, yeah, okay, but that's not the point, that you want to drink, you know, or that you want to smoke weed. Oh, if y'all want to know about what happened with the weed and stuff, y'all need to, for this video called The Hillbillies, the True Story. Oh man, they talk about the Appalachian Mountains. They said like 60% of the weed that was sold in the United States came from there. You know, so the white people were making money. You know, selling weed, they're making billions of dollars, and that's probably what weed was so much. Maybe it was made illegal, not so much because of the weed itself, but because of the amount of money that was made. Because you get billions of money, and you can overthrow a country, you know, and do a lot of damage with that, you know, because countries are only, you know, government only can function as much as their participants want to function in them. No one want to function in it, then it's, you know, you just have one person, all right, I'm the president of the United States, and he's the only one there, and okay, I want you to do this, and no one's listening to him, and no one want to function, you know, participate with him, then, you know, it's just like a bum, you know, just talking to himself in the street, you know. So and so we were talking about that, but it was really an interesting conversation and things. But yeah, like a lot of people, like a lot of guys on the TV talking about black women and talking this, you know, you guys got to provide solutions, you know. Black women, you know, you would look at like this, like we got this big sex thing. You guys have to understand that sex is nothing more than an image that you created in your head once you saw something, and then when you created that image in your head, then you animate it, and you animate it by in your mind, but it animated also in, you know, by adrenaline or whatever. And then when it's animated, then your what is it called? Your endorphins get to flowing, and it makes you feel good because it's like a mild version of morphine and stuff like that. Because I guess evidently the adrenaline must be hurting your body and stuff, and to stop that pain, you know, you got that going, you're feeling good, you know, and you're like, oh my God, you know, and you know, body moving and all this stuff, you know, oh my God, you're so good, you know, and then you stuck, you know, loving him, but it's not him, it's not the person that you love, it's the image in your head that you're thinking of that you're in love, because the image in your head is creating a situation where those endorphins and those feelings are being released. You stop that stuff, and you can control your sex life really easy.